We are 22 West Radio, the next wave of K-Beach. 22 West Radio is 22westmedia.com and 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach, Los Angeles.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and now, our World Broadcasting Tag Team Champions of the World.
I'm Ethan,
I'm Rob.
and live on 22 West Radio, it's Beyond the Ropes episode 66, correct?
Yes.
So, as always, you can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. And you can check us out on YouTube. Just search up Beyond the Ropes to find all our videos. I don't think you have last week's video up, do you?
I have to make it public now.
Oh, okay, so it's not live yet, but last week's special episode will be up very soon. Of course, we are currently on YouNow with the hashtag.
Ask questions.
And we now have 3 cameras, right?
Yes.
So you're recording us on YouNow as well. No live me today, or right now at least.
I'll be setting that up in a bit.
Alright, so as always, typically you'll find us on live me at some point during the show. You can follow us on Twitter at EthanNV95.
Rob Flores Media.
And it's been a big week for pro wrestling. A big week
yes.
for us.
Your show.
Yeah, we have been talking about the last several weeks about doing a fantasy league on our Facebook page. So we started that this week. I still don't know who all of my draft picks are, so we gotta figure that out.
Let's hear about your Raw.
Yeah, we'll get into it in a little bit. I want to talk about another special show, but we'll definitely get into it more. In a brief overview of what happened this week, I totally forgot I had to do my show, so it was kind of last minute. Even though I kind of had an idea, I knew what I was doing. So next week's episode is definitely going to be more, I guess, longer, and it's going to be a more entertaining, I think, product. But you sure did give a lot of detail, which is cool. So we'll discuss more of that in a little bit. But as I mentioned, it was a huge week for pro wrestling, especially independent pro wrestling. Last Thursday started off StarCast, and last Saturday was the biggest independent wrestling show in history. Over 11,200 people in attendance for All In, which was run by, obviously Cody and Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. Are we in live now yet?
Yes.
Okay, and how do they find us there?
Live Pro Wrestling Talk Show.
Cool. But yeah, it was a year in the making almost when they first announced that they were going to do this independent show with a 10,000 seat arena. As I mentioned, over 11,000 people were in attendance, and it was a stacked show, a stacked card. So we gave our predictions last week. I don't remember all of them, so we're going to try and remember them as we go through. But the All-In 0 Hour show, which was a pre-show, kicked off with SoCal Uncensored, Scorpio Sky, and Frankie Kazarian taking on the Briscoe brothers. The Briscoe brothers went for a doomsday device, but it was Frankie Kazarian that was able to counter it into a slam mid-move to win the opening match. And I believe we both picked SoCal Uncensored to win this one, if I'm not mistaken. They've been very popular in the Being the Elite series on YouTube. And there was a special episode about that that was released yesterday, so that was really cool. The Over the Budget Battle Royal to earn a shot at the Ring of Honor World Championship later in the night featured competitors like Bully Ray, Jordan Grace, Colt Cabana, and Chico El Luchador, which was a surprise little entrance because you and I both predicted Colt was going to win that match and possibly win. I think you said he would win the Ring of Honor title, right, if he...
Yeah, if he won.
Right.
Anybody else, Jay Lethal would keep it.
Right. However, we were both wrong because Colt did not win, and instead it was Flip Gordon who unmasked as Chico El Luchador and eliminated Bully Ray, who was probably one of the top heel of this entire show. But Flip Gordon, his kind of storyline started almost a year ago when they announced All In, he'd been trying to get Cody's approval to get on the show, and up until the day of, he was not allowed on the show. He even had an all-out kind of party on the outside of the arena because he wasn't even allowed in. So he was able to sneak in, and so the storyline kind of was to fight his way into the show, and he earned that opportunity to face Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor Championship later on. So now we're going to get to the main card. It was M-Dog Matt Cross taking on MJF. Matt Cross, obviously known as the son of Havoc in Lucha Underground, taking on MJF, who was trained by Kurt Hawkins. Fun fact,
Wow.
Kurt Hawkins and Pat Buck, who have a wrestling school in New York. So MJF is kind of an upstart. Matt Cross has been doing this for almost 20 years, so he has that experience. I don't remember if we predicted this one. I don't remember, but Matt Cross had the experience and he won with the Shooting Star Press. Good opening contest for the main card of the show. And I was actually able to watch most of the show. It was available on YouTube.
21 people, thank you for right now currently joining. Somebody wants to know from Ethan, fruits or vegetables?
Fruits?
Yeah.
Yeah. Always getting random comments online. A special celebrity match. Christopher Daniels took on Stephen Amell with special guest referee Jerry Lynn, former ECW.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was former ECW wrestler. His feud with RVD is legendary. You predicted Amell,
Yeah.
and I predicted he was going to lose, suffer his first loss.
That's a surprise. He was willing to lose. Like, usually if a celebrity comes in, you would imagine they...
I think it made sense for this. It was a decent match. Amell took a table bump. He went for an elbow drop on the table, and Christopher Daniels moved out of the way. So
Wow.
Amell took some pretty good bumps. He had a couple of moves. He definitely got some training in. He did a coast to coast, which was really cool.
Wow.
But ultimately, it was a losing effort as Amell.
He took the BME, no?
Yeah, the best moonsault ever.
Oh, man.
It was the second best moonsault ever, though, that he lost to. Because the first one he kicked out of, which I think Daniels only got like with his hand, so he didn't really connect it fully. But a decent match, and after that they shook hands and they hugged it out. That was kind of the conclusion to all these matches. There was just respect shown at the end of every match, because I mean it was a special moment, special night for independent wrestling. Next up, we had the women's match of the night. Tessa Blanchard, Chelsea Green, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Madison Rayne.
The outcome that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, Tessa Blanchard won. I think I predicted Chelsea. I predicted someone else. I don't remember. I don't think I predicted Tessa. But yeah, it made sense. Tennille Dashwood, formerly known as Emma,
Wow.
was on commentary, along with Mandy Leon, who I'm not familiar with, but they're both part of Women of Honor, which is a Ring of Honor women's league, I guess. This was a really fun match. They gave it plenty of time. Everyone got, high spots, and there was a cool tribute Chelsea Green gave to her boyfriend, Zack Ryder. She did the kick, the woo-woo-woo kick.
Oh.
Yeah. And Britt Baker came out to Adam Cole's music, former music. She is, I don't know if they're fiance or just girlfriend, a couple, but she is dating Adam Cole, so she came out to his old music, which was cool. Obviously, Tessa Blanchard came out to her traditional Impact music, but she came out with her father and stepfather, so Magnum T.I. and Tully Blanchard. They were both walking her down, so which was really cool. And Madison Rayne, obviously, the most experienced women's wrestler on the card. But Blanchard hit a hammerlock DDT on Chelsea Green to win the match, and solid match. And at the end, they obviously all hugged it out, and it was nothing but respect.
Thank you. 28 people so far in this room, and then there's a couple that are coming in right now on now. I see people coming in.
Awesome. And what was probably the most emotional match of the night for the NWA World's Championship? Cody took on Nick Aldis. So this obviously this was a special match because Cody's father, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, was a former NWA World Champion.
Another outcome that had to happen.
Yeah, I predicted there was gonna be some foul play, but it made sense. So they kind of had like Goldberg like entrances, both of them, where they, at least Cody did. I don't remember if Nick Aldis did, but Cody his entrance started from the back. His wife Brandy came out first, and Cody was walking with Tommy Dreamer, Diamond Dallas Page, Brandy Rhodes' father, so his father-in-law, Glacier from WCW. Yeah, I know Glacier was there, and I believe his brother-in-law was also there. So they all walked him down the ring, and he also had Pharaoh, his tug.
Wow.
Yeah, so they walked down the ramp, and they were known as the Nightmare Family. They all had matching jackets. It was a really cool moment. Nick Aldis was walked out to the ring by Tim Storm, the guy he beat for the NWA title, Jeff Jarrett, and
Did he break a guitar on anybody?
No, he just came out. Davari was another one that he came out with. And there was a couple of other people I was not familiar with. Sam Shaw. So Samuel Shaw was a former Impact Wrestling guy. So they all accompanied him to the ring. This is a good match. Earl Hebner, legendary referee, called the match. At a certain point, Cody got kind of hit. He went for a dive and got hit in the face with an elbow by Aldis. And so he was kind of out there. DDP came out to check on him. Then Davari came out, pushed him, went in the ring to tell Earl Hebner to continue the match. DDP came in the ring and gave a diamond cutter after he said he would retire it.
Been waiting for him to show up and give diamond cutters everywhere.
He did it. He gave a diamond cutter to Davari, and the match continued. Cody Rhodes hit a crossroad. Nick Aldis kicked out. A good back and forth match. At one point, Nick Aldis hit an elbow on Brandy Rhodes because she got in the way to try and protect Cody.
Wow.
Cody was busted open. There was a figure 4 leg lock. Kind of very old school NWA style match. And it ultimately ended with the roll up. Kind of a sunset flip into a pin. And Cody won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship in a really solid match, a very emotional match. He obviously got to celebrate. And it was an incredible match. So, shall we hit a commercial break?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So we'll be right back with the continuation of the All In review.
Affordable, professional, and located on the second floor of the USU. Electric Hair has all of your nail and hair needs covered. For an appointment, call 562-958-4522. That's 562-958-4522.
Greetings, students. I'm Sienna Acevedo with your recycling tip updates. Did you guys know that the average college student could save around $75 per year by collecting and recycling their own beverage containers? This dollar amount would of course be higher if you kids got together with your roommates and cleaned up after all those wild parties. Upwards of $75. Think of all the other things I could buy. Remember, mind your trash and take the time out to bring your cans to the CSULV recycling facilities today.
Hey guys, Spencer Klein, host of the new political talk show, Talking with Spencer. Join me on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. where we go over controversial political subjects that affect you from day to day. See you there.
And we are back with episode 66 of Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan.
I'm right.
As always, you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes, and we're going to give you another reason as to why you should give us a like, because we do have our home cooking show, which we'll get into in a little bit.
There's 31 people so far here.
Thank you for tuning in. Anyone giving us some hearts?
Yeah.
We got some hearts, that's cool. As we were talking before we went on break, we were discussing the All In show. I got to see most of it. It was available on YouTube, so I don't know if it's still on there, but Yeah, it might have gotten taken down. I don't know, but it's on there, so I got to see most of it. I'm gonna try and finish it later on. It's been a good show so far. And the next match was a Chicago street fight between Adam Page taking on Joey Janela. I predicted Janela, you predicted Page, correct?
Yeah.
So Joey Janela came out with I forgot her name. It's not written down here, but he was escorted by, I believe, Penelope Ford was her name. That's her name. And she did a cool like backflip. She did a couple of backflips and then did a matrix maneuver and hit a stunner on Adam Page during the match, which is really cool. There were a number of spots here. At one point, a literal cracker barrel was used as a weapon. Cracker Barrel was the official, I guess, catering sponsor for the All In show, so it was really funny that they actually used a Cracker Barrel. There was a couple table spots. Adam Page went through off the top rope. One nasty one was Hangman Page did a power bomb off the stage onto a table to Joey Janela, which is really nasty. Apparently, Janela has a hardcore background, so he's kind of used to doing all this. I had heard his name, but I wasn't too familiar with his matches, so it was a pretty hardcore heavy match. It was really fun. The match ended with Hangman hitting his finish, which was the rite of passage, which is kind of like a reverse tombstone, off a ladder onto a table in the middle of the ring. Here, I'm gonna show Rob here a clip from it. It's like a GIF. There it is. Look at that.
Whoa.
You saw that? It's like he fell like head first, didn't he? Neck first. Looked pretty nasty. But
it's
anyways,
pretty dangerous.
that's very dangerous.
At least when they do the normal tombstone, like the head is secure if you
Mhm.
die.
Yeah, you can tell the head is secure when you're doing that. But anyways, Hangman Adam Page won the match. However, after the match, the lights kind of dimmed, and Joey Ryan rose from the dead, quote unquote, because this storyline has been going on for a few months that Hangman Adam Page murdered Joey Ryan on the Being the Elite show, and so that was kind of the storyline going in. Even during the match that Hangman was having, he murdered him with the phone, so he brought out a phone to actually help him hit that finishing maneuver. And at one point, boots were used against him because during the Being the Elite show, his cowboy boots were talking to him. So,
wow.
so they used that storyline in that match, which was really funny. And then Joey Ryan came out in Undertaker-like fashion, rising from the dead, did his kind of traditional moveset on Hangman Page and sent him away. And so Joey Ryan rose from the dead. So that was a fun kind of comedic moment there. For the Ring of Honor World's Championship, Jay Lethal, the champion, accompanied to the ring by the genius Lanny Poffo,
Ah,
aka the brother of the legendary Macho Man
with
Randy
cap and gown
Savage.
and everything?
No, he just came out with the brother from another mother shirt, which is him and Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, who took on Flip Gordon, who came out with Brandy Rhodes. Brandy and Flip are best friends, so she accompanied him to the ring. And Jay Lethal came out before the match. Lanny Poffo kind of tapped Jay Lethal on the shoulder, and it turned him into Black Machismo. So he came out in Macho Man's gear. I believe it was actually the gear that he wore in WCW. So that was really special. The first half of this match was reminiscent to WrestleMania 3 between Macho Man Randy Savage and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. They followed that match like how it went, you know, even to the Miss Elizabeth kind of thing where Macho Man was pulling, or Black Machismo was pulling Brandy Rose to his side or whatever, like being kind of obsessive and controlling. So that was hilarious. And then during the match, Brandy kind of tapped Lethal on the shoulder again, and he turned him back into Jay Lethal. And at the end, once again, he got tapped into Black Machismo. he ended up hitting that elbow like 3 times and then hitting the lethal injection to win the match and retain the Ring of Honor Championship. I believe I predicted lethal and you predicted lethal. You know, Colt wasn't in the match, so I think we got that one right. After the match, however, Bully Ray attacked both men, and as he was going to put them through a table, Colt Cabana came out and made the save, and they did a shield bomb, a triple power bomb, onto a table. So Bully Ray got put through his own table, and Colt Cabana kind of got his Chicago moment there. Next up, a fun match, a first time ever. Kenny Omega taking on Penta El Zero M, aka Pentagon Jr. Fun match. There was a number of package pile drivers that looked absolutely nasty. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to describe. Both men kicked out of multiple finishers. We saw multiple V triggers from Kenny Omega. We saw Pentagon hit his signature arm breaker that he does on superstars and wrestlers, and so Kenny Omega ultimately won with the one-winged angel, his finisher there, and then the lights went out, and when we came back on, Penta was laying on the mat, or so we thought. He got up and started attacking Kenny Omega, and then hit a code breaker, and took off the mask, and it was revealed to be Chris Jericho.
I heard there was an article that said that he tried to throw people off by doing like a performance, playing music somewhere.
Yes, Fozzy had a performance later that night. So after that, he left and had a private jet and flew to Kansas to do a Fozzy show.
Wow.
He did have a show that night. So he legit came for that. He showed up, I think, like at the beginning of the show, got dressed in Pentagear. He actually put it on his Instagram story. I don't know if it's still there or his Instagram. And then he said on the flight back, he still had his makeup. He left it on because you know the Pentagon makeup. So he left it on and he actually performed with it on the show. So he flew from Chicago to Kansas on a private jet. So very hectic. But anyways, after he hit Omega with 2 code breakers, he said he'll see him at the Jericho Cruise. So it looks like we'll be getting Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho once again. This time on the Jericho Cruise. Next up, Kazuchika Okada took on Marty Scurll. This, what I heard, was the match of the night. I have not gotten this far. This was the next match, so I didn't get to see it, but I heard it was the match of the night and was given plenty of time, too.
Oh, well, Meltzer always praises
Okada, yeah. Okada, I mean, he puts on good matches, definitely, so... he was a favorite. I said Marty Scurll was going to win. He didn't. Who did you? Did you say Okada?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just went. I think I lost almost every prediction here, but Okada won with 2 Rainmakers, which was the kind of ripcord clothesline that he does. And I heard it was the match of the night, so I'll be sure to check that out. In the main event, due to time constraints, only lasted about 11 minutes. The Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi, aka the Golden Elite, took on the legendary Rey Mysterio, Bandito, and Rey Fenix. This was a fast-paced match, I heard, and the Young Bucks got the victory, pinning Bandito with the Meltzer driver. So, good show after the show. Oh, they had only like 3 seconds to spare, and then the pay-per-view went dark. So they literally finished in a time. But after the show, they cut, promos thanking everyone. Obviously, it was special. So that was all in. It gained a lot of buzz and attraction from people.
It's funny how Alta says he would never want to go. Well, he wouldn't want to go to WWE and be referred to as just like Nikki's husband. And it's funny because Mike Canales, when he went in, he had to be Canales instead of his actual
Right.
name.
Which I don't think he minded. He has said it number of times. He's, proud to be there and earn his opportunity there. So hopefully we see Mike and Maria very soon. I know she's getting back into the ring, or at least getting back in shape to make an appearance. So hopefully we get to see more Mike Canales and Maria. I mean, we did get to see Mike Canales on Raw, which we can discuss in a little bit. Should we get another commercial break in?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back and we'll discuss more wrestling news.
1 in 5 students on CSU campuses experience food insecurity while in college, according to a study commissioned by CSU Chancellor Timothy White. The Associated Student Beach Pantry operates as an official food pantry for Long Beach State students. The pantry provides non-perishable food items for students in need. Also housed in the Beach Pantry is the Student Swap Shop program, aimed at providing students with an opportunity to swap unneeded or old school supplies. The Student Beach Pantry exists on the generous donations of students, staff, community, and corporate giving. To donate, visit asicsulb.org and search Beach Pantry.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Hey, I'm Rob Flores, the host of the Golden Spotlight. Join me as I showcase a variety of guests.
I am what they refer to as an exoneree.
Hi, I'm Carla Perez, otherwise known as Rita Repulsa, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, a television series.
As people have told me before, like, you're really funny, you should try stand-up. And that's probably how every comedian starts.
Took an EMT course 6 months later, and the next thing I know, I was a firefighter.
Then I do all my own music videos, I edit my music videos, I write the concepts for the most part, I direct the filming of it, etc. So I have a blast with it.
Every week, someone steps into the spotlight, and it's always a new story. So join me every Monday at 2 p.m. on 22 West Radio. You never know what we have in store.
And we're back with episode 66 of Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan.
Bro.
As always, you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes, and in a few minutes we'll discuss why you should give us a like on Facebook. Of course, you can find us on YouTube. Just search up Beyond the Ropes, and you'll find all 64 so far episodes there. We are currently on with the hashtag
Ask questions.
And we are currently on Live Me.
Yeah, well, Live Pro Wrestling Talk Show.
And you can check us out on Twitter at EthanNB95 and
Rob Flores Media.
I just realized you're wearing a Beavis and Butthead shirt.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is really cool. Let's kind of just skim through Raw. There's not a whole lot to discuss. It was I tweeted it out this week. I felt like I was watching a Bizarro episode of Raw. Because there were some really good things, and then there was just some things that were so weird. So we're going to discuss just a couple of things, and then we'll discuss our Facebook fantasy booking. Because I know we want to get into that, and we don't want to run out of time. Essentially, let's see, I don't know where to start. I'll just talk about a couple of things. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable are a tag team now, so that's a thing. They won. It's just random that they just put them together like that, though. Wow. It seems like they're going to be a legit tag team moving forward. Because they got interviewed backstage and said, how did this team come to be? And they got a victory, so it looks like that's what they're doing moving forward. So that's interesting. I guess it's good if they're getting TV time, but it's just random. Another thing happened in the tag team division. The B team were no longer Raw Tag Team Champions.
What a disappointment.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. But it's not by the team we thought would take them away. It's by another team by the name of Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. So Drew and Dolph aligned themselves with Braun Strowman, and they cut a promo at the beginning of the show, and during the show went to acting general manager Corbin asking for some competition, saying, they want the tag team titles. And Corbin said, they're kind of busy. They already have a match against the Revival, and they asked, what if the Revival can't show up? And Corbin said, we'll make other plans. And so, literally the next segment over, the Revival got attacked by Drew and Dolph backstage, and so Drew and Dolph ended up winning after a 10-minute, it was a good match, 10-minute match, but they ended up winning those Raw Tag Team Championships. And another thing, shaking up the tag team division, they're teasing a Titus Worldwide breakup. Dana Brooke kind of lost her match, and it was because Titus and Apollo were kind of arguing on the outside, so could be seeing another breakup there. And another thing in the tag team division, they're really spicing it up. The Authors of Pain got a new manager. Did you see this?
I read that it was Maverick?
Drake Maverick, the 205 Live general manager, came out in Authors of Pain gear and announced that he was their new manager and was going to bring them to the Raw Tag Team Championships.
Well, hopefully, though, they make appearances on 205 and they're his bodyguards then.
That would be interesting. I don't know if that's the case, but I was thinking about that. But the thing is,
Or what if he's replaced?
it seemed like he said, because he mentioned it, he's like, I'm the 205 Live general manager, and now I'm the Authors of Pain. So I don't know if they're just going to take him out of that spot yet, but who knows, maybe. But it looks like the Authors of Pain are being reestablished. They beat a couple of jobbers in dominating fashion this week, so it looks like they're going to be taken as a serious tag team now with the new manager.
I wouldn't mind Gregory Helms taking over.
Oh, for the cruiserweight?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But that happened, and then essentially at the beginning of the show, the Shield and Braun's new stable kind of got into a huge brawl. The entire roster came out to separate them. The Shield got arrested and sent away. At the end of the night, they came back with their in driving the car that they were arrested in.
Wow.
They had posted bail, I guess. And as they were gonna go attack, the Braun stable, the heels of the Raw division came out and beat him up. So the entire Raw heel division just decimated the Shield. And Seth took a nasty bump. His left arm went through the van that they drove out in. He was bleeding. So that happened. So I don't know what's gonna happen next week. It's definitely intriguing. And speaking of intriguing, Shawn Michaels returned. Said Triple H was gonna win at the Super Showdown show against The Undertaker. And The Undertaker came out and cut a promo on him. This was the biggest tease for Shawn Michaels possibly returning to a match against The Undertaker.
He's referee.
There's been that, but there's also this was the closest tease we've ever gotten to Shawn Michaels confirming that he's gonna have a match. It feels like he's gonna come back for one more.
It shouldn't be. It should be with somebody new.
It'll be The
that he's
Undertaker.
never faced.
I think they want to do a trio, the third match at WrestleMania, possibly retire The Undertaker. That's what it seems like.
If they really want to spice it up, they should make it like they stack the odds against Undertaker by adding Triple H in the triple threat.
I don't know, because it just seems like that's the direction they're going with. But
Because then they'll be like, you've already lost twice. Of course you can lose a third time.
yeah. But yeah, that was kind of Raw in a nutshell. Those were the highlights, I guess you could say. Very interesting show. I'm gonna try and pull up our fantasy bookings because we have about 10 minutes. Interesting week, interesting booking so far for both of us. I will say, I've got to start booking my next show so I don't get behind. But all right. So do you want to go first or should I
you
go?
could go. Mondays always come first.
All right. So I'm not gonna spoil everything because you gotta go give us a like on Facebook so you can find out everything that goes on. But essentially, we got our Universal title match that's gonna happen. We need to figure out when we're gonna do pay-per-views and if we're gonna do them separately or at the same. So we'll figure that out. But yes, my Universal title match, Fatal 4-Way, has been confirmed to declare the new Universal Champion between AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Finn Balor. So that's going to happen at the next pay-per-view. There you go. Big match right there.
Jeffrey.
We'll see. I don't know. You don't know. I don't even know if I know who's going to win that. But obviously Kurt Angle is the general manager there. And it was announced that Stephanie will bring a co-general manager in. Who could that be? I don't know. I legit have to look at the roster and find out. But maybe I do know. Who knows? Seth and Roman are firmly established as a tag team, as well as Owens and Zayn. They had a little bit of a little back and forth there. And starting next week is the start of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament, featuring 8 superstars. And to find out those 8 superstars, you're gonna have to go on Facebook and check them out, because they're all listed there. I can tell you one of them is hosted a talk show, and that's what brought out all 8 superstars. So that happened. And then to end the night, Undisputed Era kind of showing their dominance, but there was also some other up and comers. You know, the New Day was there. Obviously, had a match, and another British wrestler was there. And next week, there's been a few matches confirmed. The Raw Women's Championship will be decided in the main event. There's already a match made by one of the Undisputed Era members. And a couple of the Intercontinental Championship tournament matches are going to take place. So a stacked show.
Wow.
A stacked show already promoted for next week. So that's kind of my show in a nutshell. I don't know if you want to discuss anymore. But you could just get to yours because we've got like 5 minutes left. What was going on in your show here?
Well, I mean, Shane pretty much, had to say that Steph drafted everybody. Everybody with gold got drafted.
Well, what can we do? We want winners on our show, so, we got the established guys here.
And just for comedic purposes, the whole fact that, Kurt Hawkins finally won gold.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay, I guess. Kurt Hawkins was not on my show this week. He might be there next week. We'll see. Again, I have to look at the whole roster because we have a huge roster.
Wow.
But I see Renee Young came out with Dean Ambrose backstage, so all right. See if that goes anywhere.
Goldberg style.
Yeah, Goldberg style. A lot of commentary on your end, which is good. That's cool.
I like how they kind of chatted when they had blondes with people from the other show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we mentioned that. What else do we got here? I don't know. Oh, I see there was a SmackDown Women's Championship crown.
Yep.
So I don't know if you want to give it away, but it's on Facebook, so check that out there.
And it's all because of one of your superstars.
Well, you know what? You didn't have to hand out the championship, all right? We're gonna earn everyone's gonna earn their shot on Raw. There was a squash match at the end of the night. That happened. There was actually a couple, I think. You had every general manager there for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. You just took every authority figure from my show or from the draft, so. You're building up. Looks like you're building up a couple people. That's good. I don't know what else you want to discuss there.
Matt Hardy, he's gonna turn Tuesdays to broken evenings.
Broken evening.
Oh yeah.
That's right. They were at the compound, right? But there's some interesting stuff at the compound. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I figured you were gonna make it rain pancakes soon, so had to do something.
No pancakes this week. Not this week. Not yet. We'll see. Yeah, it's just some ridiculous things happened this week. Some really cool stuff. I'm intrigued by my own show because I don't even know how it's gonna go.
I know. I was reading it as soon as it was posted. I was like, "Wow, I really don't know what to do." Everybody's asking for gold, and as soon as they step out.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta crown our champion. That's why. But my Universal Championship, next pay-per-view, we'll decide that. Should it be at the same time as WWE's pay-per-view, or are we gonna do them separately, or should we just collaborate? Maybe have 5 matches.
Yeah, I mean,
each?
we need to know the list of
each match.
The typical pay-per-views that
Hell in a Cell's next Sunday. So if you want to start already, we can each have 5 matches. We'll give each other the list, and one of us can post it. I can post it or whatever. Just give me your list, and then I'll go back and forth every match or so. It'll be Hell in a Cell, I guess, pay-per-view, if you want. So we could have a couple of Hell in a Cell matches in there, if you'd like. So we could discuss more later, but I guess that could be our first pay-per-view. We have a week to prepare for it, but or we could wait till Super Showdown, which is 4 weeks. It's up to, we could discuss it over the weekend. We'll decide. But
gotta post our official rosters, everything.
yes, you have
I'm
one
gonna post
written.
them on
So
both rosters.
okay, share them. Yeah, share them, and then because I don't have everyone on my roster yet. I just kind of got the big ones that I knew I had.
Oh
So.
man, everybody kept interrupting each other right away. I want gold. I want gold.
Well, you know what? Everyone wants to earn that opportunity for championship gold.
I have some wrong champions, They
Mhm.
were like, no, I want gold. I rightfully didn't lose my gold.
Yeah, well, Tommaso Ciampa. Also, he was the one that only really demanded gold right from the start. He'll fight for an opportunity next week, I'll say that, for possible championship gold, so we'll see. Yeah, what can you do with your WWE Championship? You got no one fighting for it yet. What's going on there?
Jeffrey, that obsolete mule.
Well, he's on my brand. He's competing for the main title over here on Raw.
This is gonna be something because Matt Hardy's gonna do so much.
Yeah, you're gonna put your whole bank on Matt Hardy, huh?
Yeah, the Tuesdays are gonna be broken evenings.
Okay, well, you can have broken evenings. We're gonna have pancake parties, and we're gonna have undisputed era party.
Everything because of the lake.
The Lake of Reincarnation. Anything is possible, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right, so we'll see. I'm gonna get some more.
Let's just say this: somebody already fell victim to the lake.
Oh.
Somebody has been repackaged.
Oh, that should be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing who you're gonna ruin on Tuesday nights. Yeah, I'm excited. Got some big things planned. Gonna get some commentary on my show next week because I didn't do any of that this week.
Yeah, Booker T gave a shout out to one.
Who was it?
Mauro.
Oh, that's right. Is Mauro on my show?
Yeah.
I totally forgot. I know I have Corey, so I'm Mauro. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a good show. Gonna have some commentary. Gonna get maybe find out who the co-general manager is. But anyways, to find all that out, you can give us a like on Facebook. Facebook.com/BeyondTheRopes. As always, find us on YouTube at YouTube.com. Search up Beyond the Ropes, and thank you for tuning in. Of course, follow us on Twitter at EthanMV95 and
Rob Flores Media.
Flores Media. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, this episode has been too sweet.